is not required. I hope now it will support. You're able to see black screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, fine. So, okay, I will sort out the issue. So, my A is equal to L multiplied by U. This is what I want to decompose like that using Kraut's method. So, for Kraut's method, I must take diagonal ones for the upper triangle. I mean for the upper triangular matrix. Okay. For Gauss elimination, I must take diagonal ones for the lower triangular matrix. That's it. Okay. So I have A11, so A12, A13, A21, A22, A31. All right. Now L11, and this is L21, L31, and I take L22, and this is L32, L33. This must be 0. Similarly, I have here upper triangular matrix. I take all ones, and this must be 0, 0, 0. This is U12, U13, and this is what? U23. Okay, so fine. So already we found, right? What is L11 we found here? Correct.
A11, sir.
So L11 already we found, A11, the very first one. And what about U12 we found already? We found U12 is equal to second element by first element of A matrix. This is what you have. And the U13 is third element of A matrix by first element of A matrix. Third element of this by first element. Otherwise, I can write like this: L11 A13 by L11. That's it. So we are done up to this anyways. Okay. And coming to second one, now I want to go for this second row multiplied by first column. You equate to this. Okay. So now what you get here? L21 is equal to, is it A21? That's it.
Yes, sir.
A21.
Yes, sir.
Life is very simple in this case. Now what I do here, I multiply this second row of L matrix with second column of U matrix. Then what you get now? L21 U12 plus L22 is equal to A22. So what are we going to find here now? We are going to find, we're going to find what? L22, right? Agree? Because I know what is my U12, because I have U12 here, and already I found L21. So I know this L21, I know this U12, already I know this A22. Now can I find L22? Yes, we can find. So L22 is equal to simply A22 minus L21 U12. And this is, it may be a little bit longer, but this is the way we have to other way, because my L21 is equal to A21. I'm plugging it here, and U12 is equal to what? A12 by L11, where L11 is equal to A11. And this is very useful for programming. Okay, that's what I'm doing all these things. Otherwise I can directly solve an example. It's very simple to solve like that. Similarly, you find the remaining thing. The remaining is what here? Again, it started here. I'm afraid these days that because with this OneNote application, it's really torture. Now, second row of L, third column of u, okay, multiply and then tackle down, then what you get now? So I can find u23 right from that. See, second row of L, third column of u. Okay, so I'm doing it here. L21 u13 plus L22 u23 is equal to what? A23. Am I doing correct? Now, do I know u13? Yes, u13 is available here. I know this. Do I know L21? Yes, L21 already we found way back. It's available again. Do I know L22? Yes, of course. L22 also I know it's available. Of course, it becomes a big expression, but it's the way you have. We don't have any other way, please. Okay. And A23, of course, we know. Now we can find out U23. So U23 is equal to, what do I do? U23 is equal to A23 minus L21 U13 by L22. Now L22 is what? This expression again. So you have to put it here. Yes or not? It may grow big, but this is the way you have. Okay? Similarly, you can find L31. What is L31 here? Directly A31, right? That means you multiply this row with this column and equate to A31. Now what I get there? So L31 multiplied by 1, that's it, is equal to A31. That means what here? The first column of L matrix is nothing but first column of A matrix. Simple. Is it not? Of course. First column of L matrix and first column of A matrix, they are same. Now and again, the elements u1 to u13 also we can find. See, we can find u1 to u13 with the help of that A matrix again, a12 by a11 for u12, a13 by a11 for u13. That's it. And remaining things you will have to struggle a little bit. That means to find L22, L32, U23, L33, so on like that. Can you do remaining things? Can you do remaining things? You can definitely try what is there in that. You can do, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, can we adapt a procedure to find L and U elements? If I ask you, write one algorithm for Kraut's decomposition method in finding out the elements for L and U, then what is your idea? Because we did all this derivations, okay, and you have this generalized form, okay, you have generalized form. Now can you construct one algorithm for this based on this generalized form? See, algorithm means what? The observations becomes an algorithm, that's it. Now the first row of L matrix, I mean the first column of L matrix is equal to first column of A matrix. Okay, this I can put as one step in my algorithm. And I know the first row of U matrix is directly connected to the first row of A matrix. This also I can take it as step now, one of the steps in algorithm. And remaining things you have, remaining things you found L22, all these things you found L22, U23. Similarly, you can find L32 and L33. You have two left, right? L32, L3. You can also find these two. Can anyone develop an algorithm for this? See, these algorithms or methods are not given in Stephen Chopra, but they are very important. Uh, okay. I will write down like this: a procedure for determining the elements the elements of the matrices L and U. Okay, you can write something, can be written whatever, okay? That means, okay, if I take, if say, if A is an n by n matrix, the elements of L and U, okay, they are given by, now you can take down step number 1. Yeah. For example, step number 1, what I want is I want to calculate this one. Okay, I'll use same color. Calculating. In step number 1, I will do this. The first column of L. Can I do this? I can directly do this, right? Now, can you tell me? Okay. So I can say Li1 is equal to Ai1. Yes or not? Can I say this?
Yes,
Can I
sir.
say this? Where for I is equal to 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma so on. If I have n number of equations, I will be having n number of elements, right? So therefore, for I is equal to 1, 2, 3, so on, I can say Li1 is equal to Ai1. What is the meaning of this? The meaning is if I is equal to 1, L11 is equal to A11. If I is equal to 2, L21 is equal to A21. If I equal to 3, L31 is equal to A31. If I have 4 by 4 matrix, okay, for A, then L41 is equal to what? A41. So on. Are you able to understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now step 2. See, I'm helping you out. You can use the same algorithm, for MATLAB. Please mind these things. They are really important. I'm really helping you out with almost all steps. So step 2. Oh my God, it is showing a stripe here. Is my screen gone or what? I'm afraid really. When my screen is gone, I think it's gone. I've been using my screen like anything. This is also started here. Okay. So what could be step 2 here? In step 2, I can take like this. See, what is my U matrix? In my U matrix, I'm seeing the principal diagonal. I'm seeing all ones, right? Yes or not? So let me put that in my step 2. Okay. So I will write like this, substituting once, in the diagonal of matrix U. So how do you write this in programming here? In programming, how do I write this? Can I say like this? UII is equal to 1 for I is equal to 1, 2, 3, so on, n. Agree? UII is equal to 1 for I is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, so on, n. Okay. Now, what do I do? I'll take step number 3. Step 3 is calculating calculating the elements in the first row of U. Okay, so for the programming, what do? Except U11, agree, because U11 equal to 1. Calculate the elements. That means, for example, if you have a 3 by 3 matrix for U, now you will find U12 and U13, the first row of the U matrix. Already I know U11 equal to 1, so remaining elements you need to find. Calculating the elements in the first row of U except U11, because this guy is already calculated. Okay, so what do I do now? I'll take some other element for this. I would say like this, U1J. Okay, column elements I will take as J. So U1J is equal to what I have here. You see here. See, how can I find U12? U12 is equal to A12 by A11. Okay, now who is varying now? A12 by A11, where A11 is equal to what? L11. Now who is varying? J is varying from 1 to 2, right, in this case? Yes or not? Yes or not? Yeah.
Yes.
Obviously. So I can say like this, A1J. So A1J by, I can take A11 or I can take L11, because L11 is equal to A11. All right. Very simple. Because you see, L11 is equal to A11. Now see what I can take here. For J is equal to 1, 2, 3, so on, M. Agree? Everyone?
Yes,
Now
sir.
what is U13? From this, what is U13?
A13 by L11.
A13 by A11 or A13 by L11. That's it. Now I want to come to the main step. I helped you out until now. Step 4, you please tell me. Now you have to calculate the rest of the elements row after row. Okay, you take you take I for row and J for column. Okay, I'll just put here, you take I for rows and you take J for columns. It's up to you. If you want to reverse the rows, you can reverse. Okay, so calculating the rest of the elements row after row. Okay, I is the row and J is a column number. Now which elements you calculate first? The elements of L are calculated first because they are used for calculating the elements of U. Yes or no? First you have to calculate the elements of L, because we need to use those L elements in calculating U elements. Okay. Now, what do you do in this case? For example, you see this one. So this is what your role here. For example, I would like to find L22. L22 is equal to what? A22 minus A21 multiplied by A12 by A11. Okay. Otherwise, if I don't want to take this form, I want to take the simplified most form. That is this one. Agree? This is more simplified, right? This green one. A22 minus L21 U12 is the most simplified one. Okay. We will do one thing. First of all, we will find L33. Okay. Then you will get the clear picture. Now, for example, tell me, how do I find L33 here? How do I find L33?
Third row, third column.
third row of L matrix and third column of U matrix. You multiply them and you equate to Mr. A33. Let me remove all the stuff here. Let me make my things simple. Okay. Okay. So third row of L matrix and third column of U matrix just equal to A33. So L31, now this is somewhat big, right? L31 U13 plus L32 U23. First of all, I must know L32. L32 U23 and L33 is equal to what? A33. Agree? We will take the extreme one, A33. Now what are we going to find? L33. So L33, this color is not good. So L33 is equal to A33 minus L31 U13 minus L32 U23. Or what I can do? I can take like this. Agree? Okay. So this is what I can do for L33. Now what do you have for L22? L22 you have like this. L22 is equal to A22 minus L21 U12. Okay. Now you tell me. Now from this L22 you may not generalize the form, but from L33 we can generalize, right? Now you have parenthesis in L33, the open brackets. What do we do? There I can take summation. Agree? See, for example, I have L44 or L55, then those sum terms will keep incrementing like that. As I have only 3 by 3 matrix, in open parenthesis I have only 2 elements. So otherwise I can keep on increment that like anything. Now you please tell me, okay, you take L33 into consideration and generalize this. You have I for row, I as row number, J as column number. Yes, please. I want your support now. See, many said that section is very.
M3I.
Sir, LI.
Yes, yes.
M3I equal to.
1 second, you are helping me. See, this is my row, right? This is my column, right? Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
I took I for numbering rows, row numbering, and I took J for column numbering. That's it. This is what my estimation. Okay, so L, let me take another color. I take this color. Okay, so L I J. Can I take like this here? Can I say it's equal to Aij
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
minus? Now what do you do?
Sir,
Combination
LIJ.
Now I take summation. Okay. See the open parenthesis, whatever you have, I'll put this stuff in summation. Very simple. I'm making you learn now. Now you tell me. See, in this case, I and J both are same. I equal to 3 and J equal to 3. But what do you have in open parenthesis here? You have other than 3 also, right? Yes
sir.
or not? I have here 1. See, are you able to see this? I have
Yes,
here
sir.
1, again 1. I have 2, again 2. Now what do? If you
LI1.
see, you treated this one as I and this one as J, and same thing for this two. And but I have in the parentheses not all threes. I have also ones and twos. Then how do I tackle down this?
J equals to
Now
1
you have
to
to invite one foreign variable. Yes or not? I must take one
Yes, sir.
foreign variable now. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Apart from I and
Summation.
j, I must also have some foreign variable. Now, can I say like this? I will take some foreign variable for what, for this, for this one, for this one, this two, and this two. If you observe carefully, one is changing to two also. So I will say like this. Okay, I'll say L. And what about this three? What I can put for this three here?
I.
Very good. I can take I in this case. That's great. So I take I. And what about this one now? I don't know, right? This one is a foreign quantity. I don't know that. So let me choose some variable as K. Okay? Agree? Now you tell me if that is K. Now can I say this is multiplied by UKJ?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or not? Yes, sir. Because see, this second element belongs to what? A J, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now you tell me what must be the range for K. K should vary from where to where?
1 to J
1
minus
to
1.
1 to
J minus 1.
excellent. See, this is what needed here for programming. See, like this, you have to implement the code. Now you tell me, for loop. The only thing what we will not do, the only thing what we miss is we ultimately don't take any algorithm steps. Directly we go for MATLAB screen and we do something. That's the problem. Take the steps first of all. You organize your steps. You see what variables we have chosen for what purpose. The numbering, everything you observe carefully. Now you know. Now you know everything. This you have done. Because say for 3 by 3 matrix, I have I is equal to 3 and j is equal to 3. If j is equal to 3 here, this becomes what now? J minus 1, that is 2. Okay, 3 minus 1, 2. So because you have the stuff like this, because k is equal to 1 to 2. K is changing between 1 and 2 here, like this. Ultimate. Now, can you find the same? Now, okay, now, in for loop, what do you do for this? In case of for loop, if you want to program this one I can write like this. For I is equal to, for I is equal to what here? I'm unable to again erase this. I think he is stuck again. For I is equal to what?
I equals to 3.
Okay, I think this you can do. Please go home and just do this. For I is equal to and j is equal to, okay, you fill this gap. For I is equal to what and j. See, in BTech examination, you don't require to do all these steps because in BTech paper, they will give you only a question, you need to find the answer. No one will ask to write algorithm steps, okay? You generalize this, you generalize that. No one will ask you that. I'm helping you for your laboratory, okay? So I'm just doing for that. Similarly, can you tell me what is UIJ now? Can you find out what is UIJ? Huh? For example, okay, anyways, UIJ means I have here U23. You see this and tell me what is my UIJ. Now, I is what here? 2. And what is J? 3. Okay. So U I J is equal to what here?
Aij minus
Aij minus C. As we have 3 by 3 matrix, we have a simple stuff like this. If it is not a 3 by 3 matrix, then what you get? This sum will
sigma
keep on expand, right? This will expand like that. And in the right hand side, you will get many number of terms. For example, if you want to find some, say, U56, something like that, or U78, or U910, a very big matrix you have, then what do? Aij minus,
Sigma.
no, you observe things carefully.
summation, sir.
Yes? For example, you see L22 is equal to, you have A22 minus L21 U12. Okay, so this fellow got expanded to this form L31 U13, all those things like that, and then we started taking a summation here. Similarly, you have the same thing, like, like what you have, like L21 U12, you have here L21 U13. Okay, like that you have, and now this you have to expand. So how do you do this? Now one thing you have to observe, see, if you observe this carefully, again you have same thing, that is Lik multiplied by Ukj, where k is equal to 1 to j minus 1. So this entire stuff will stand in the numerator. See, where do you get from this? So whatever I have here, this I used it here. Are you able to understand this? Yeah. So this you will, of course, you can do this when you derive, for example, a 4 by 4 matrix. We took U a 3 by 3 matrix, we have this one, but if you take U 4 by 4 matrix, then you will experience this. Okay. Now what about the denominator here? Lii. Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
That's it. So all 4 steps are done. Now you tell me, these two, for finding L and U elements, you will implement in one for loop, right? I mean, you have nested for loop, but you must decide now the values for I and J. Now you tell me, what must be J, I, range? But I hope everyone understood.
Yes, sir.
Everyone understood, right? I helped you out for MATLAB. Otherwise, we can solve its question directly with the help of all these things. So you know directly how to find all these elements. So mathematically, you can do that. Everybody, okay? Okay or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. And okay, that's it for today. So we are done with Kraut's decomposition method.